You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way. Not looking for no heaven to go, 'cause I got you, don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high, I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight, the world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why, this ain't no madness. The smoke in the mirrors, our memories of the sun has come down like a river rising way up above. This ain't no sugar. I'll stay in bed, I still got the feeling that you're next to me, stuck in my head. When lights go off, you're everything that I could ever want. Your touch so soft, not looking for no heaven to go, 'cause I got you, don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high, I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight, the world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why, this ain't no madness. The smoke in the mirrors, our memories, now the sun has come down like a river rising way up above. This ain't no sugar.
You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You're kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You were never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous.
What's up, guys? Shawn here. Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. Had a little blackout there. Sorry about that. This is the pre-show. What we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about this guy. This is the GoPro MAX. Just got it in the mail last night, and I've been using it ever since. It's awesome. Love it. But first of all, can you hear me? Can you see me? And yeah, let me know if you can hear my fan. My fan's going. It's pretty hot in here tonight. So hopefully I can do this live stream with my fan on. I've got a Yeti microphone right there, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me. I've been playing around with the lighting a little bit. Trying to make it dark but mysterious in the background. I was also thinking about doing like a Halloween theme. Should we do Halloween themes tonight? Yeah. Let's do a Halloween theme. So what is Halloween? So it's like orange and purple, right? So we're here. Where's my purple? My purple's in the middle. So if we made that orange... Nah. Let's keep that mysterious purple. What if we did the middle orange? Or no, the... It's kind of pumpkin-y. I don't know. What do you guys think? Halloweeny? I said weenie. Yeah, we're going to just stick with that. Why not? So how's everybody doing tonight? Who we got? Pumpkinhead. Nacho called me a pumpkinhead. What's up, Nacho? Look what we got here, buddy. We got a bunch of 360 cameras. The only 360 camera that's missing is the Insta360 and you got it. So, I had tried to find my GoPro Fusion, and I cannot find that thing anywhere. I remember putting it in a drawer, and I've looked through every drawer, so I don't know where it went. But I'm gonna have to find that before I do a comparison to the new Max. So we'll see what happens. Tonight's live stream is brought to you by Diet Dr. Pepper. I wish. I wish I was sponsored by them. Nacho says it's pouring there like cats and dogs. Go put on an orange shirt from last night. I probably should. I probably should have dressed up. That would have been fun. Here's to last minute thinking. Yeah, Nacho. I sent Nacho a file from the light test last night, and he put something up on Facebook today where he rendered it. What'd you say, Nacho? It took you 20 minutes to render 2 minutes? Is that what it was? Or was it 12 minutes for 2 minutes? I forgot what you said. But it was considerably easier than 12 minutes for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, maybe? So, I sent a file to Nacho so he could play around with the rendering speeds on his own computer, and I think what makes it a whole lot easier to deal with is the in-camera stitching. But the preview didn't look that great on the phone. The preview, you could definitely see the stitch lines. You could definitely see what's going on. So I'm not really sure what it's doing yet. I'm going to play with it. But the trailer for tonight's live stream was done on the GoPro Max, but it was done in the iPhone app, the iOS app. So I was able to reframe. Super easy to reframe. Very similar to the Rilo 360. Oh, I don't have my Rilo out here. I have no idea where the Rilo is. But it's a lot like that app. Probably a little bit... It definitely looks better than the Insta360 One X app, but I think the Insta360 One app is a little bit more polished. I'm sorry, not polished. Is a little bit more functional, whereas the GoPro app is a little bit more polished. That's just my opinion as a software developer. So, Nacho Rolling says, the Fusion takes my Mac 1 hour for each minute of video. Yep. And then Nacho said it ran off with the Fusion. Not sure what that means. Does it mean it crashed? And they're making a 720 camera. Who's making a 720 camera? Insta360? How do you make a 720 camera? That's silly. You can only go 360 degrees around. What if you went into the future, like a time rift? That would be pretty cool. Nacho's just putting things on there, so I'll say funny things. So how's everybody doing tonight? We have 5 people in the chat, and Brent Newman and Nacho Rolling are the only 2 that I know are here. I don't think one of them's me. So there's 3 other people here that are creeping. So please chat. Unless you're like on your Xbox and it's Ryan from work. I'll accept that. But cheers to Nacho. He helped me out with my lighting situation. I think it's starting to look really good. I say next week it's going to be perfection. No, I'm probably going to just keep changing things. I can't really sit in the same spot for very long. I can't do the same thing over and over and over again. I have to change it up a little bit. But I'm really pleased with the way this looks. I'm pleased with the Mac, the new Catalina screensaver back there. I'm happy with the lights. I'm happy with my my drone back there. I'm thinking about putting that drone up and putting like one of my older drones up there, because I don't really want that drone to get all dusty. But D Baker 79 is in the house, just monitoring, taking it all in. So one of the creepers has spoken up. It's D Baker. I don't know if any of you guys got to catch Artco's live stream that happened Saturday, but I was a guest on his live stream, and I had so much fun. It was really nice to be a part of a live stream where I didn't have to do all the thinking. Like, he just asked me questions and I, answered them, and it was fun, really fun to be a part of that. So I might just quit my day job and be like a live streamer. But I need more than 6 people watching me if I'm going to make this a profession. I probably won't make it a profession. I also have a big old pint of ice water. Your Mac looks like an ultrasound of bowel. Ew. Okay. I was thinking more of like silk blowing in the wind. I like that better than a colonoscopy. I've never had a colonoscopy. I probably should have one. Whoa, we're not going to talk about colons on my live stream tonight. So yeah, so if any of you guys got to see my low light demonstration of the GoPro MAX, I usually don't like to do that. Oh, what's up, Toby? I usually don't want to do the low light test first, but it's one of the easiest tests I do. I just basically just put it places and then record, and then put it somewhere else and then record. And then right after I did it, I went into Starbucks and chatted with Nacho a little bit, sent him the file and all that stuff. Have we already talked about the Mavic Mini? I am not going to talk about the Mavic Mini tonight. I want a little bit more information. I'm not big on rumors. I like to talk about things that are real, and there's still a lot of speculation about the specs and all that kind of stuff. I know there's people out there that have spec sheets and they have pictures of what it looks like, but a lot of the pictures that I've seen look like 3D printed pieces of junk. So I'm gonna wait until DJI introduces the Mavic Mini, and I'm pretty sure that's tomorrow, right? October 30th, I think, is the event. So I might go off on my lunch break and live stream during that event, but we will see. D Baker says it's already been done. See, that's what kills me about YouTube. It's like everybody is in such a hurry. Even me with the Max. When I got the Max, first thing I wanted to do was make a video so I could get my video out before Ben Claremont's video, because he's in Australia and it takes him, an extra 12 hours to get things out. I got all anxious and like, I gotta get it out. And then I realized, like, no matter what I do, his video is going to get millions of more views than my video. My video is going to get, I'm going to be lucky to get 200 views in the first week. So, unless I do something different, and usually for me that's putting it on a drone. I'll be one of the first guys on YouTube to throw it on a drone. But yeah. So I am not going to talk about the Mavic Mini tonight. I'm excited about it, and maybe that'll be the topic of next week. But we are going to talk about the GoPro MAX because it's physically in my hand. I've actually used it, and I actually have some true knowledge about that camera and all these cameras out here. This is kind of a history of 360, especially on my channel. This camera right here, the big white one, that's the original Samsung Gear 360, and that was the first 360 camera on my channel, I believe. It was actually the first 360 camera I ever had. The first one that was on my channel might have been this guy, which is the Xiaomi Mi Sphere. Did an unboxing of that, put that on my Spark. So yeah, this has been my favorite 360 camera, the Garmin Verb 360. There are so many good things about this camera. If this camera could do what the new Max can do, then it would be my favorite camera. It's nice and hefty. It's got a nice big gap in the middle. Most people want like a really thin camera so you can get a thin stitch line, but I like the fact that this camera is thick because I can hide things in that stitch line. I put a GoPro Session on top and did a video of the solar eclipse. And so I got video footage. Oh wait, no. I put the Mi Sphere. I put this camera on top of this camera and did two 360-degree cameras just so I did a time lapse with this one, and then I did a real video with this one. This one I could plug in. I've got a power kit for it. It actually has the base. There's a base that snaps on here that is actually a battery. Like it's a cord that goes right into the bottom of the camera. Still very pro camera. Just the quality of video isn't as good as that. And I just realized my Insta360 One X isn't out here. We got to get that one out here. That's my best camera. I mean, that until, well, we'll see. We'll do a comparison. Thomas O'Sullivan, what's up? You changed your icon. I can't tell what your icon is anymore. It used to be Sully, but I can't tell what it is now. Sorry you're late. Hi, Dennis. Termy said I have a nice collection. Thank you. Thomas says hit that like button, people. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support. I'm going to get my Insta360 out here. I don't know. I thought I got it out. Here's one of my first 360 cameras ever, the Ricoh Theta. I don't know what this is anymore. I think that's the V. I don't remember. Gosh, it's been so long. Have I already forgotten my camera's names? Probably have. I probably forget it. I forget what camera you're looking at me on. It's a Canon. It's a really amazing camcorder that I spent close to $2,000 on, but I don't know the name of it. Good camera reviewer, huh? Artco, what's up, buddy? I was just talking about you. I had a great time on your show. And I think because of your show, I'm going to be a professional live stream guest. We are going to go to a screen, and I'm going to go get the Insta360. Here's my standby screen. Are you ready? I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, guys. So, I can't believe I almost forgot about the Insta360 One X. This is one of my babies. I'm afraid it's going to fall. Well, dang it. I don't have room. Let's see, put this here, put that there, put this there. Whew. All right. That's all we're going to do tonight, guys. Brent Newman said to get my Fusion and my Rilo. I don't know where either one of those are. And I think I already told you that, and I think that's why you want to see them. So, let's see. Hello, Thomas, Termy, D. Baker. It's a wee leprechaun in front of the Irish flag, lol. Oh! Thinking about renaming your channel, so change the logo. First name change will come later. Okay, cool. Termy said, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Should I go, beep, beep. Is that what it is? No, it's like, I don't remember what it is. It's been so long since I've seen the test of the emergency broadcast system. That's funny. Artco said it's snowy and cold there in Denver, Colorado. I didn't realize you're in Denver. My brother lives in Denver. He's my stepbrother, but he's pretty much my brother. His name is Chris Hanna. I wonder if you know him or have ran into him. That's crazy. Denver's airport looks really cool. Is it in Denver? The where the roof, like it's kind of made out of tents, and then it looks like a mountain, but it's made out of fabric. That's pretty cool. Termy said, Artco, at least you can go get yourself a J-bone. I don't know what a J-bone is. Sounds wonderful, I think. D. Baker, 70 and gray here in South Carolina. Oh, good. I'm getting to learn where everybody lives. I'm Nashville, Tennessee. It was cloudy today. Well, I guess you guys saw what it looked like on my teaser. But, I mean, a great day to film because there's no, like, really bright sunlight causing harsh shadows. I mean, I love filming in the clouds, especially on my drone. You know, pointing at the earth when it's cloudy, there's like there's no shadows. So it's, I mean, there's shadows there, but they're really soft shadows. So it's a lot like, it's like you're flying over a studio lit, you know, the clouds just make this huge soft box all the way across the sky. I like that a lot. But even when it's cloudy out, there's a lot of moisture in the air too. So, you know, you might come back with a wet drone. Don't go flying it through fog or clouds or anything like that. That was one of my newbie mistakes with my first drone. But Artco got to go home early because of the snow. That's cool. Yeah, Denver has a lot of snow, don't they? You guys are up there. Tomas said, will you be doing GoPro MAX versus Insta360? I've seen a few interesting ones, but like to see your thoughts. Yeah, I definitely will. I will definitely be doing a comparison between the GoPro MAX and the Fusion, and the GoPro MAX and the Insta360. The biggest things with the Fusion, I'm going to do one video. And that one video is probably going to be a low light, a stabilization, and maybe like a stitch line or something like that, comparison between the two. And then I'm going to do a video where I'm comparing the render times, because this stitches in the camera, whereas the Fusion doesn't stitch in the camera. And Nacho was talking about how I sent Nacho a file last night, and I think it took him 2 hours to do 1 minute or something with the Fusion. Is that what he said? 20 minutes per minute? I don't remember what he said. We can go back and look. Let's go back. Nacho said 12. So the file that I sent him, it took him 12 minutes to do 2 minutes. So it basically took 6 times as long as the clip. Whereas the Fusion took him 1 hour per minute. So 6 minutes per minute versus an hour per minute. So it looks like the render time is a tenth of what it used to be. So we're going to figure that out. So in that case, I'm probably going to do a 1 minute file. Maybe even like a 30-second file, because I don't want to spend my entire night and an entire SD card recording that render. So, Termy said cannabis. I don't remember what we were talking about when he said cannabis, so I don't know what that means. Sorry. Arco says, yes, the roof is made of canvas. So that's the air. Oh, yeah, canvas. Canvas. Got it. Denver Airport is one with all the conspiracy theories on. Yes, Tomas, we have a blue horse with red demon eyes. What? I'm going to have to look all this up now. I'm getting all curious. Just a quick one. What do you think? Which do you prefer? Insta360 One X is my favorite camera right now. I haven't played with this one enough for it to take the throne over this guy. I'll have to compare side by side, take the exact same clip, you know, check render times, check the video quality. We'll do all those comparisons. I've done comparisons in the past where I'll do a split screen, and so you can, and I'll put like the Max on one side and the Insta360 on the other side, but it'll be the exact same clip. And then I'll bounce back and forth between the audio, so you can check to see what the audio in the exact same situation is between these two, how they handle sunlight, because sometimes some of these cameras, they've got different color theory, so the white balance is different depending on which camera you're using. There's other things. This is my thinnest camera. Check this out, guys. This is the Xiaomi Mi Sphere. It is super thin. And when this came out, it had the best stabilization. And then when the Rilo came out, the Rilo just blew everybody out of the water with its stabilization. And then since the Rilo came out, the Rilo was the one that dethroned the Insta360 1, okay, when it came to stabilization. Then this camera came out, which is the Insta360 1X, and they took stabilization even further. GoPro Fusion was just stable, but it was a headache to render, so that's why you can get that for $150 now, or $200. This one, since it stitches in the camera, they've fixed a lot of things. They've done so many things right with the GoPro Max, and I was going to put out a video. Actually uploaded a video this morning that didn't totally upload. It was one of those that I sent to YouTube and then ran out of the door to go to work, and then when I got to work, I was all ready to put titles and all that kind of stuff, and I was going to release it at noon, and it did not. It failed to share. So, but in that video, I talk about the GoPro Max and how they've checked off just about every box that I want. So this guy, this is the GoPro Fusion, or sorry, this is the Garmin Verb 360, and as you can see, I just took the lens off. It has, and I'm probably not going to be able to put this back on in live television. I never ever be on live television. Alright, so I put that back on there. I don't know if it's waterproof now because I did it live. But this camera has removable lens caps. I'm pretty sure these are glass. It has removable batteries. Okay, I bought 2 batteries for this camera, because this, I think, was the first one that I had that you could remove the battery. It was waterproof. It had GPS in it. It has this really big, like, thick button, so you can't miss whether or not you're recording or not. It's got LEDs on both sides. And then I've hung this from a drone, and it looks awesome on a drone. This camera looks amazing on a drone. Love it. And so when Insta360 came out with a camera, I was expecting it to check all those boxes. Insta360 1X has everything I want in a camera. It took over the form factor of the Ricoh Theta. So it's a camera you can put in your pocket. Has a really thin stitch line. Also has a place where the battery comes off. Comes off. Has a door that you can take the batteries out, so you can get extra batteries for it. It's got an LCD screen. So this one had just about everything except for the lenses. The lenses do not swap out. And you guys might think, why is that a big deal? The Ricoh Theta, which is this guy, this is my second Ricoh Theta. This is my second Ricoh Theta. And, oh wait. Yep. Sorry, I thought I had a scratch on it. The reason why this is my second Ricoh Theta is because I had it on a shoot. And actually, if you get on an Oculus Rift and you use Wonder, or you can go on Google. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's see if we can do that. We're going to... All right. So we're going to go to Pinewood Social. Right there. This is a place in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a really cool restaurant. Has indoor bowling and stuff like that. But if we go to Street View, all right. Check this out, guys. So this is taken by me. With this camera. Oh wait, you guys can't see me. Oops. Okay, guys. So this is a 360 photo that I took. This was back when I drove Uber. And I took it with this camera. But if you go back here, I think it's in the bar. See if this is... Can we look at this one? There we go. Oh, nope, I did take this one too, though. I think this one. I did not take this one. 360 Nashville, who's that guy? 360 Nashville, if you watch my channel and you are watching this stream, I want to hook up with you so that we can do 360 together. I took this picture. This was a fun little picture. But I really want to see the one at the bar. Let's see if I'm in this one. Okay, that's the bowling alley again. Zoom in. Yep, this one. Check it out, guys. I am Google famous. And I'm probably wearing the same shirt I'm wearing right now. But there's me sitting at the bar, and what I used to do is I used to sit, you know, I used to make myself part of... Oh, let's move this over so you guys can see it. So what I used to do is I used to go into these places and I would take pictures, but I would make it look like I was part of a... I was part of the kind of the ambiance. And then if you see my thumb is actually taking this picture, but I'm using Bluetooth to connect to this camera. So that's pretty cool. But the reason, it's a long story to get to what I wanted to say. I'm going to get all these shrouds mixed up. But the reason I said that, the reason I do this, and the reason I'm so nervous about lenses, and the reason I want the lenses to be replaceable is because when I was on this shoot right here, I think this is when I was driving Uber, and I'd lost my job, and so I was driving Uber, and I figured what better thing to do than to get views on Google Earth and possibly get some jobs going. I had this idea and someone's probably going to take it now. But at the time, I was going to do a virtual map of Nashville, and it was going to be a website, and I was going to hit all of the cool spots and put my pictures in it. You know, take pictures from my point of view. But back then, this camera didn't even do a very good job. Like, I should have taken an HDR, but at the time I couldn't do that. There was an app later that came out for the Ricoh Theta that I could do that with. But yeah, so, man, I still have not gotten to my point. I am rambling tonight. But the reason I want lens caps like the Garmin Verb has on it is because that day I had this idea that I was going to take this big threaded rod, and it actually worked out really, really well. It completely there was no stitch line at all, but it was also very top heavy. So most of these videos, or most of these pictures, I would take the picture from the other room, or I'd go around the corner and take a picture. And so I went around the corner, took a picture, and a big gust of wind knocked my Ricoh Theta over, and it scratched the lens. So that's why I'm on my second Ricoh Theta. I think it's just a Ricoh Theta, and this is the Ricoh Theta V. I think. And I think the other one was like a Ricoh Theta S or something. But, so yeah. So let's go bring the chat up. So I have been ignoring you guys. Cannabis, marijuana is legal here. Oh! Wow, I missed a good big old conversation, didn't I? Yes, the roof is made out of canvas. Blue horse with demon eyes. Just a quick one. Which one do you prefer? I want to see a comparison of low light filming between the Hero 8 and the Max. Yes, Termy, I will do a low light test. I will do some tests between the Max and the GoPro Hero 8. Just because they're marketing them at the same time, and this camera is, they say it's the GoPro 8 but further, or something like that. So I'm definitely going to compare those two cameras. I see a lot mention the stitch line. It's more visible compared to the Insta360. The stitch line is definitely, I mean, the camera's definitely thicker than the Insta360, but GoPro is purchased Autopano, so they know how to handle the stitch line. A lot of people notice the stitch line when they don't know what to do with the stitch line. Like, I've been using 360 cameras for years, so I've learned how to use them in a way that you get, you know, good quality video out of it. Just like this lighting situation tonight. Like, Nacho helped me figure out this lighting situation so that I could oversaturate myself, so that I would be a lot more lit than my background, and so it makes the background really dark and look kind of cool. So that, you know, there's a certain thing, that certain ways that you handle light, certain ways that you handle different aspects. Same way with your 360 cameras. You don't want to put anything important in the middle. You want to put something important on this side or that side. Or if you want to get rid of something, you put it in the stitch line. So like I've put cameras in this camera stitch line and you don't even see them. And I used to do that. I was going to release videos in 360 and in 4K. And that was going to be my thing. But I was like, man, do I really want to make every video twice? Because I'd have to edit it twice. I'd have to cut things out twice and do all this stuff. So I decided not to do that. And then whenever VR 180 came out, am I gonna? Whenever VR 180 came out, all of a sudden you could get really cool VR footage, be in the background of everything, and I can stand back here, take my VR video, and not even worry about being in the shot. Whereas, like I showed you before, in that Pinewood Social picture, I had to hide myself. I don't know where this camera was. Owned it. All right. So yeah, the stitch line is something that's there, but it was pretty hard to see the stitch line in the footage that I took last night. And I didn't even try. Like, if you look down at the sidewalk in the shot where I'm in front of the Ulta, that orange store, I didn't even try to hide the tripod. So yeah, it is what it is. I watched his Max 360 video and could not notice the stitch line. I looked. Yep. Cannabis, marijuana is legal here in Colorado. Oh. I think I already said that. Brett Newman. Is the editing of the Max improved over the Fusion? Editing is very simple with the Max, to be honest. It's very... it did not take much time at all to render those files. All the files of my lighting test, it probably took me 20 minutes to render all that footage into something that I could use in Final Cut. But I will say one thing, and maybe I just don't know how to use it yet, but I wish there was a way to batch render all of my files. There is on the PC, but not on the Mac. So Mac has better software because it actually has the reframing software. Because iOS and iOS can run, Mac OS can run iOS type apps on it. So building a Mac OS app and an iOS app is not much different. You just use the same Xcode and render it out for tablets and phones, and then render it out for desktop. So I feel like there wasn't much thought there. So, all right, where are we at? All right. So Tomas said, Artco, from a few videos, I've seen a lot more stuff than that about the airport. Maybe an interesting conversation some night on your channel. That's a good idea. Nacho Rolling's back. He was probably back a half hour ago. I'm so behind. Too bad the lenses don't swap out on the Insta360 Good luck on keeping them unscratched. So far, mine are scratch free. Brent Newman, you can get a venture case. I thought about doing that with my Insta360 when I put it on a drone. I thought about getting a venture case, and that was before I found that Ulanzi case, so that it would have a GoPro mount on the bottom and it wouldn't unscrew with the vibrations of the drone. Mario Monti's here. If you guys haven't seen it, and I don't know if you have it on your YouTube channel or not, but if you guys follow Mario on Instagram, he has the most amazing Halloween yard. He has this big screen, like projector screen, where he has like ghosts dancing in his yard, and when it's dark out, they just look like they're dancing in his yard. It's super cool. I think it's really neat. Nacho's at a bar getting dinner, watching some Shawn. That's awesome. Mario said, hey, Termy. They use my pics on Google Earth. Yep, I'm Google famous. Heck yeah. Termy said that's the smallest bowling alley he's ever seen. It is tiny. I think it's only 4 lanes, but it's super cool. Because it's like this, kind of hipster coffee shop slash bar. Their food's not, they don't have like a huge menu of food, but it's like, it's more of like a social place. So you would go there, they've got party rooms. You can rent out the bowling alley for like your birthday party, and it's really cool. And everybody has to go to the bathroom. Everybody has to go through the bar or the bowling alley to get to the bathroom, so that's fun. I'm just kidding. Nacho said he's used to being ignored. Hero 8 will win. Termination. May the best GoPro win. Hero 8. Okay, so you said the Hero 8 will win against the Max. As far as low light, probably yes. As far as some of the other things, I'm anxious to see what they do. If you guys saw in my trailer video where I took the GoPro MAX and I did, I went around, like I took the camera and went like this, then like that, and it kept the horizon. GoPro Hero 8 does not hold the horizon. Okay? So when I do that, it does that. So they're two different cameras, but I'll be anxious to see. I saw where one guy put his GoPro MAX in a box and then drew like a crosshairs on the front of the lens. So as he walked around, he would do this, and you could see how the crosshairs, like where his camera was actually going. But since it was a 360 camera, it held the horizon the entire time. So I thought that was a really cool test. I might figure out how to do that, put it on my channel too, because I thought that was a brilliant way to explain the horizon on a 360 camera. Nacho said, point the stitch line into the Carol Ann. I don't know what the Carol Ann is. Brett Newman said, I'm glad you said your Max video last night was a 360 video. I probably wouldn't have realized it. Mario Monte, what's your... Yeah, Mario, put your Instagram handle so we can all watch you run and cook. It's awesome. He's been really inspiring me to get out and run, but I have not yet. Ooh. Dr. Pepper's getting warm. It's getting all foamy. So yeah, guys. Do you guys want to go over the specs of the GoPro MAX? We can do that. We can go over the website. Let's put that there. Mario, I think it's the... I don't know what I watch. I'm pretty sure it's Mario to the third power. Which, so your Mario Monte, is there an M in the middle? Or like Mario Max Monte? Monte. Awesome. All right, so let's go through this website. Here's a real close-up of the Max. It's gorgeous. It's such a cool camera, guys. 3 cameras in one. So this is what they're touting. Shoot single lens hero style video with unbreakable stabilization, or capture immersive 360 footage. Vlog to the max with the shotgun mic performance of the front facing screen. So basically what they're showing in this video is that you can do 360 degree video, you can shoot from the front facing camera, or you can do why does it stop playing? Stopped playing. Oh, here we go. Alright, so here's a 360 video of a front-facing camera. Well, this is a 360 video of a surfer girl. Then here's a front-facing camera with a vlog setup, and which is kind of what I did today. Here's an example of hyper smooth. Check out how smooth that stabilization is, guys. Like, that is just as good as a gimbal. That's pretty amazing. It's got digital lenses. I haven't even gotten into this yet, but this is good. This is a good test. So it's got a narrow lens, and this is probably just for the single camera. It's got a narrow 27 millimeter. It's got a linear 19 millimeter. It's got a wide 16 millimeter. And then it's got a max super view of 13. Can't tell if that's 13 or 15. But what's awesome about that, guys, is that's the exact same thing that I do in... Let's do picture in picture. That's the exact same thing that I do in Final Cut Pro. Is I will take my 360 degree video and I will put it in Tiny Planet mode. And what that lets me do is it lets me zoom in and out and move around and point at different things that I want to point at. That's very similar to how I made the trailer video today, but different. But it's the same effect. And so what they're doing here with the digital lenses is they're taking a 360 degree sphere and then they're zooming into part of it, and then they're changing the transformation of what they're viewing. So, and by transformation, I mean like zoomed in or out, flattened it, or wide angled it. So they're basically just taking one video and then they're taking different types of crops out of that one video. And that's why I think 360 video, if it makes it, I mean, it's here to stay, obviously, guys. There's people out there that want it. But I believe it's the future of flat video, to be honest. The reframe, one of my favorite parts about reframing is I just take one video and I don't have to worry about what I'm pointing the camera at, or whether I'm in the frame, or whether I'm in the shot. I just record everything all at once, and then later I can pull one video out of that, but I can also pull a multicam shot out of that one video that I took. Okay? Especially if you suspended your camera in the middle of a room, you could point at the stage. You could also point at the audience. You could point straight down. You could point over at the wall with the logo on it. You could get so many shots out of that one video that you're taking. Mario said he's down 86.8 pounds. That's awesome, buddy. That is just amazing. Man, if I lost 86 pounds, man, I would be thin. I would be under 200 pounds if I lost 86. I'm at like 265, 270 right now. And if I lost 86 pounds, that would be thinner than I was in high school. I think I was 190 in high school. Man, that's awesome, buddy. So let's go. Here's reframe. Here's what I did in today. Oh, I need to move myself over. Whoa! All right. So here's reframing. I did it on my iPhone XS Max, is how I did the video today in the trailer. And I basically did the same thing. You put a keyframe, and then you put the angle and the zoom and all the transformations you want, and then you move the video forward, and then you put another keyframe in. And basically what it does, I wish this would loop. This is not working out. All right, so yeah, it puts a keyframe and then goes to a different spot and then moves the camera and then puts the keyframe. And so if you go back and watch this video, it transitions to all those different spots in the 360 degree video. So that's why I think it's the future, guys. And that's another reason why I don't understand why this isn't on a drone yet. Why is this technology not on a drone? Why are we still fiddling around with gimbals and pointing our drone in different directions? Why can't we just put a 360 camera on our drone and then just fly it to different spots so we can focus on the flying and not get distracted by the video shot that we're trying to take? Let the camera record everything and then just find our shots in post. I think it'd be a lot safer, FAA. Why don't we encourage that? 360 audio. I don't know if you guys noticed in the video last night. Dadgummit. I wish that was easier. So let's go right there. So 360 degree audio. I don't know if you guys noticed in my low light test and my the trailer video that I did today, but I think the audio on this camera is brilliant. I thought it was great. You know, I thought in the beginning of that video that I put out today, I thought that while the airplane was going over my head, that you couldn't hear a thing that I was saying. Okay? I really thought that that's how the video was going to turn out, because I've been in that situation so many times before, because I'm always around an airport here in Nashville. And I've lost video footage because an airplane went over my head. But that video that I put out today, when that airplane was going over my head, you could hear me fine. I could barely hear the airplane. And if you were in reality when that happened, that airplane was so loud and I couldn't even hear myself talk. But you guys could hear me talk on the GoPro MAX because the audio system was amazing. So I'll be interested. I want to get a band together and put the 360 video put the GoPro MAX in the middle and record, like maybe me playing djembes and another guy playing guitar and then somebody singing, and see what that sounds like. I think that'll be pretty awesome. Mario Monti, I've been able to watch your lives in some time. Wait. I've been able to watch your lives in some time. I'd love to find a video with your new space all set up. Yeah, Mario. I would love to see that video too. But I've changed my space so many times that it is messy. Like, right back here, right before the live stream, I took everything on my desk and I put it in a box and I put it underneath my desk. It's in a black box, so it's kind of hidden. But I will plan on cleaning my office soon, maybe Thanksgiving week. I'll do a office tour. But yeah. Termination said Parrot Bebop is digital gimbal stabilization. I know, right, Termy? So all you got to do is take the lens that's on the Parrot Bebops, make a couple of them, and put them in different places in the drone, and then stitch it. How hard is that going to be? But I guess there's no market for it, because nobody's come out with that yet. I don't understand why. I would buy it in a heartbeat, and I would film with it all the time, because I as you guys can see, I love 360. I really do. I was thinking about something else that I could do for you guys today and give you a treat. Oh. Yeah, let's not search the internet on my live stream. Who knows what's going to come up when I Google something. But I'm going to see if I can find one of my old, before 360 cameras came out, some of my old 360 work. So We'll see what happens. I typed in Shawn Ide and Planet. Alright guys, I took this with my Parrot Bebop 2. This is a Planet that I took back in the day. Alright, I'll switch over. Back to me. I wonder if this is in. So that shot was taken 20 meters up using the Bebop 360 app. So back in the day, I was a part of a pilot program for the Bebop 360 app, and I was really encouraging. It's probably the first, aerial 360 kind of groundbreaking stuff back then. So let's go back here. Wow, I've got a lot of them. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. Ooh, yeah. This one's for you, Termy. This is... Whoa. Dadgummit. This is this camera right here. This is my Ricoh Theta on the original Parrot Bebop. And my custom landing gear. That's pretty funny. So that one's for you, Termy. You're talking about Parrot Bebop. Claude, did you say I had bad singing? You got a weird cat head floating around on your live chats. We're going to start picking on each other. Man, it's been so long since I've seen a lot of these. Taking me back. A lot of these are from when I drove Uber because I had extra time on my hands to just take cool pictures. But these are all... Oh, it's the Ricoh Theta S. Ha! Hashtags are good for something. I want to show you this one. This was before I knew what FAA regulations were. And I flew at night, which I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to do. But I did this with my DJI Phantom 3 standard is how I made this shot. Pretty sure. Yep, DJI Phantom 3. And that was before you just pushed a button and did it. Okay? Long before that worked out. So we could stay here. This is a Parrot. This is one I did with my Parrot Bebop without an app. And as you can see, right about there, messed up the stitch line there. But this is Antioch High School. Oh no, that was the Phantom 3. Shot from 400 feet up in the air, so that's as high as I could go. Back in the day. We're going back, guys. My beautiful wife. Best thing to put on a burger, butt rub. So good. Get you some. You guys remember Rax? I don't know if you guys ever heard Rax. I thought this was a really funny sign. This is in the bathroom of a restaurant in Antioch. It said, employees, wash, wash, wash your hands all the times. All the times. Good place for an S. There's my cat Phoebe. She's no longer with us. Here we go, guys. Happy Halloween. I was telling a story about this this Halloween costume today. I got it at a bargain hunt the night before Halloween for $2.50. And then the next day I won the office dress-up competition and I got a $40 gift card. So that was a great return on investment. Yeah. But I really wanted to show you a picture. Let's go way back. We're going to go 7 pages out. Okay, here we go. These are pictures that I used to take with a DSLR camera. Okay. I did all these with a DSLR camera. It's a polar panoramic image of a train station by my work in Nashville, Tennessee, taken in 2007. It is a combination of around 24 images stitched together. So there it is, guys. That shows some of my Photoshop skills back in the day. I think I used AutoPano to stitch the image. I still use AutoPano to stitch images. If you guys have seen those tutorials on my YouTube channel. But this is where I get my knowledge from, years and years of experience. This is what I used to do, and this is proof that I would take it with a bunch of images. So this is me and my buddy Scott and my buddy Steven Bergen. We went to this is like an Inception planet. So it's basically, I didn't get the tripod. Like I always try to come up with creative ways to get the stitch out of the shot. So basically what I would do, oh, I can do this. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, that's a better idea. So I would always try to put me in the shot. And then can I move this over? Nope. I'll just go there. But I was always looking for creative ways to get to deal with the stitch line. So some of the things that I would do is I would do a planet and then I would do a hole, and then I'd do a planet and a hole, and I would just keep going and make like this little kind of like an iris of an eye. Which would take forever, by the way. These were shots that I was always trying to get really creative with it and trying to take panoramic photos, polar panoramic photos with complexities in them, because this shadow is really hard to do. And then that's how I would challenge myself back in the day. Dragon Park in Nashville. This one kind of reminded me of Optimus Prime's eye, but this is Nashville, and it was only like a 180 degree image, and then I flipped it. So it kind of, I used to do all kinds of crazy stuff like that with my digital SLR. I just said digital SLR with my DSLR. So I think this one's really cool, guys. I don't even remember what that is. I kind of think that that is a skate park. So that's it, guys. Woo. So that's a little trip down memory lane of why 360 is something that I love to do. It's something that used to take me a long time just to do one photo. I would do, I think I would do 6 images, like 3 lines of 6 images, and then I do a top and a bottom. So what is that? What's 3 times 6? 18, 19, 20. So 20 images, maybe 26, depending on the overlap. But basically what you do is you take a picture and then you move it so that the edge of the new picture is in the middle of the last picture you took. So there's a big kind of an overlap, and yeah, you do that, and then you use software to stitch them all together, and it figures out which ones are there. And then you basically take points from one picture, like the overlap, you basically put stitch holes. So like I would do like a fire hydrant, and I would do, here's the fire hydrant in this image, and here's the fire hydrant in this image, and then it would put those together, lining up the seams. So it is 2 minutes from 8 o'clock. We have had a wonderful stream with many people talking to each other and having a good time. Brett Newman asks if I use a special tripod arm for my DSLR Tiny Planets. I used to originally do it by hand, and they didn't turn out that good. And then I got a thing called, let's see if I can find it. That'd be really funny if I can find this. It came up in a Google search. There it is. Yes. Let's see if I can pull this up. No, don't take me to a crazy website. Don't you hate it when you click on an image in Google and it just takes you somewhere crazy? That's good enough. This is called the Panasaurus. And I think this guy just made them. I think it was like one of those eBay, at the time it was like an eBay, like now we have Kickstarter projects. This was like a Kickstarter before Kickstarter was a thing. Because it's literally pieces of wood, some screws, and a really nice paint job. But it's got a leveler in the middle of it. And the reason you have a special arm like this, for one, if you can see down in the bottom of it, right here, you can see there's a, here's a leveler, and then here is a compass. So it gives you all the degrees, so you can do a really, really perfect circle, okay? I mean, not a perfect circle, but you can get your angles perfect with it. And then these lines are really just so that you can remember where your camera needs to go. So basically what you do is if you've got your, let's use my Dr. Pepper thing. If you've got your lens here and your camera body goes all the way back here, you want your lens to be the center point. You want to take a picture from the center all the way around, right? So basically what this Panasaurus arm does is it, like if your tripod's here, it pulls the camera back to here, so the front of your lens is at the maybe not the front of your lens, maybe it was your sensor, but I feel like it was like the end of your lens was in the center, so every picture you took was from the center's point of view. So that's funny. I haven't thought about the Panasaurus in years. I think I still have it somewhere. But since we moved here, I have no idea where anything is. But, so yeah, guys. That was an awesome live stream. If I do say so myself. No, I'm just kidding. What makes it awesome is you guys showing up and you guys chatting and us having something to talk about. So I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight. It's 8 o'clock and I'm going to go down and have me some spaghetti and meatballs that my wife made me. So yeah, until the next video, guys. I made a video this morning and it was supposed to come out at noon, but it didn't share correctly. So I'm going to upload that now. So look for the second video about the GoPro MAX in the next hour or so. So hope you guys have a wonderful night. Please put comments in the description or send me a message of what you would like to see me do with my GoPro MAX. I'm not going to do anything stupid like throw it into a washing machine or something like that. But if you want a legitimate test of something that the consumer would actually do with it, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm not like a motorbiker or I don't even ride motorcycles or anything like that. But I have a Segway, so we can ride around in the woods if you want me to. Any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, so glad you made it, Mario. I've been kind of watching videos of your runs, and sorry you almost got hit by a car, but glad you're still with us. Tomas, thank you for coming. D. Baker, thank you for showing up. Brett Newman, Nacho was in the house. Drone Effects with Claude came in here to pick on me. Thanks for coming. Termination was here. Artco was here. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out on Tuesday night. Next Tuesday, I'm not sure what's going to happen because I'm going to be the videographer at my boss's book signing party. So he wrote a book, and so he asked me to do the video, and it's Tuesday night from 6 to 7. So we might still do a live stream at 7, but I'm not sure where that's going to be. Or we might move the live stream up to 8 so I have time to get home. So anyway, I'll let you know closer to next Tuesday what the situation is going to be. But hope you guys have a wonderful night. If you're planning on getting the GoPro Max, I heard some people said that they were going to get one for Christmas. If you guys would wait a week or two until it gets on my Amazon store and then purchase it off my Amazon store, it would really help out the channel. But if you're eager to get your hands on it right now, like I know Nacho's going to go to Best Buy this weekend and probably get one. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out, guys.